order to view the advisory that is already published for SEZ registration, you have to go to Advisory tab, and under Advisory, you have to click on Registration Services Advisory. So the registration advisories are present here. Serial number 11 is for the advisory for SEZ units for doing SEZ registration on ICEGATE. And serial number 12 is for SEZ officers for approving or rejecting the SEZ registration request. So I will click on this SEZ registration unit advisory. So this is the advisory which has been published for SEZ units. I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So I'll just give a walkthrough of the advisory and what the module is about. So we already have ICEGATE has registration services for a different type of users, and now this registration service has been extended to SEZ units as well. So this is a step-by-step guide for the SEZ user to refer
Hello?
to and get.
Hello?
Yes, sir? Yes, ma'am.
Ah,
So this is the step-wise guide for
पेन
the
कार्ड तो दिया ना
SEZ.
सेजल को
Request
पेन कार्ड तो
everyone to
दिया
please
ना
keep
सेजल को हम लोग ने
everyone.
नहीं नहीं उसके पास वो पेन कार्ड नहीं वो पेन कार्ड
Can you
नहीं
keep
है
yourself on mute, everyone?
Please keep yourself mute, everyone, please.
So yeah, this is the step-by-step guide that has been provided to the for the SEZ units to register on ICEGATE portal. First step is that again they need to go to old.icegate.gov.in and go to my our services, and under our services there is a link for SEZ unit registration. SEZ units need to click on that link. This is the entry point for the SEZ unit registration form. Once clicked on this tab, the SEZ unit will be redirected to this page where they will be asked to enter their IC and GSTN number. So the IC, the validations that have been applied here is the IC should be valid, GSTN should be valid, and both are mandatory fields, and IC and GSTN should be mapped to the same PAN. Basically, they should belong to the same entity. If any of these conditions are not met, then an error message shall be displayed and the SEZ unit shall not be able to proceed ahead. If all these conditions are met, then when the user will click on view email ID and mobile number. So this is a sample screen where the email ID and mobile number map to the IC and GSTN of the entered the details that have been entered. The email ID and mapped and the mobile number mapped shall be displayed here. So the user needs to select one of them, one of the records to do the OTP validation. For example, if I select on the first one, which is mapped to DGFT, that is IC, then I will receive an OTP on my email ID and mobile number mapped to the DGFT IC. And I have to do the OTP validation. If I select on the second row, which is the record, the email ID and mobile number mapped to GSTIN, then I will get the OTP on my email ID and mobile number mapped to GSTIN. There will be two different OTPs and both OTPs have to be validated. So if I select on the first one, say, and then click on generate OTP button, then I will receive the OTP and this will be the so if I select on one of them and generate OTP, this will be the screen that I will get. And I will have to enter the OTP received on my email ID and the OTP received on my mobile number. And I have to click on verify OTP to verify the OTP that I have entered. And in case there is some issue, you have not received your OTP, you can always click on resend OTP and then you have to enter the latest OTP that has been entered on the mobile number and email ID. Once verified, you will get this notification, email ID and mobile number verified successfully. Please proceed to complete the registration. When you click on OK, then the form for SEZ registration will be displayed, which shall include both mandatory and non-mandatory fields to be entered. So some of the fields like entity, company name, entity/company PAN, mobile number, email ID, and GSTN. These fields will be pre-populated based on the information that has already been provided in the first step. And these fields are non-editable. Then starting from primary address and PIN, these details have to be entered by the SEZ unit. For the address, user has to enter one address, which is mandatory. Apart from this address and PIN, if the user wants to enter more address, then they can click on the plus button and add up to 5 addresses. These are optional addresses if they want to enter. If they want to, like they have entered something and if they want to delete it, then they can press on the minus button. But the primary address and PIN is mandatory. Then city, state, SEZ port code. As of now, since SEZ registration is only available for GIFT city, this SEZ port code is hard coded and you cannot change the SEZ port code. Then letter of authorization is to be uploaded. It has to be a PDF file of 500 KB, maximum 500 KB. Then LOA number is to be entered without any spaces. Date of LOA issuance, validity of LOA, issuing authority name of the LOA, issuing authority address of the LOA, and LOA registration purpose, which is manufacturing, trading, warehousing. We are in the process of adding more options, but as of now, there are 3 options that are available for the SEZ units. All these are mandatory fields till now. Then these were the SEZ entity details. Second is the bond details. For bond details, bond amount is to be entered. Bond issue date is to be entered. Bond expiry date is to be entered. BG percentage shall remain 0. Like this will be pre-populated and non-editable. Here, bond issue date is a non-mandatory field. Other than this, all fields regarding the bond are mandatory fields. Then coming to the details of the authorized person. So there will be a person who has been authorized by the SEZ unit whose details will be entered, like the PAN number. Then self-attested copy of the PAN shall be uploaded. The authorization letter from the authorized person from SEZ unit from the SEZ unit will be uploaded, and authorization letter issue date will be entered here along with the DSC of the authorized person. Once all these details are entered, then the user will click on submit button. Before clicking the submit button, there are also links for the guidelines available for DSC upload for the Java setup of the machine. These links can be clicked and referred to while uploading the DSC in case there are any doubts. And there is a FAQ document also that is available on the ICEGATE website in case there are any issues related to DSC upload. Then once the submit button is clicked here, then first level validation will be done. If all the fields are correct, like all the mandatory fields are entered, and when everything is correct, then this form will be submitted and a reference. So this is the screen. Once the form is submitted successfully, you will receive a reference number which you can note down, or you will also get this reference number on email, your email ID also. And this reference number can be used to track the status of your SEZ registration request. And you will receive the response mail within 72 hours of submission of the request. And once the screen is here, that means that the request has been flown to the SEZ officer that is aligned to the concerned port for their approval or rejection. And then again, there are 2 cases. If the SEZ officer approves the request, and if the SEZ officer approves the request, then it goes to for system validation. Basically, that is done at the backend. ICS system does it. All the data validation is done. If the request is approved by the SEZ officer and system validation is done successfully, then the SEZ shall be successfully registered. And this is a sample mail that will receive, this is a sample mail that we have put up here for your reference. This will be received by the SEZ unit on their email ID with ICEGATE credentials, which is ICEGATE ID and password. And along with that, they will receive the DRN number, which is the document reference number for the LOA uploaded, The warehouse code shall be generated, which is the unit code. Warehouse code generation date and expiry date shall be mentioned here. A bond number shall be generated, and the approver's comment will be mentioned there. And in case the SEZ registration request is rejected by the SEZ officer, or there is any system validation failure for the request, then SEZ unit shall be notified of the rejection. And in case of rejection, a fresh registration has to be done by the undertaken by the SEZ unit. And we have also added one sample mail where this mail pertains to the unsuccessful registration, where the user will be informed that the registration request has been rejected. Kindly proceed with the registration, a fresh registration again. So this is the process for getting yourself registered, like for getting an SEZ unit registered on ICEGATE. Any doubts? Any questions still here?
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, ma'am, I have one question regarding that LOA registration purpose. You have given only three options: manufacturing, trading, and warehousing.
Yes.
Yeah, but our company is in financial services in nature of the insurance and reinsurance broking services. So how can we select from these three?
Actually, we as of now we have added three options, but very soon there will be more options added in the LOA registration purpose.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So
sir, can
after
you
that
please
we have
guide
to
as of?
register.
Sorry, ma'am.
So after that we have to register, or we have to select any three of them, and after that we can able to modify.
Ghanshyam sir, can you please guide here if the SEZ unit should wait while we add more options in the LOA registration purpose?
Deadline. Basically, this is for everyone. That we had got this information from SEZ only, that these are the three major uh, options which needs to be provided to users. But we have got a new request that these IT services and different services needs to be included. So we are in the process of incorporating those changes in this web form. Then the particular units which fall under those categories, they can take that registration under that particular category itself directly.
Okay. So we can get any notification after this addition of this LOA registration purpose of that option is available when.
You can visit IceGate website, because on IceGate website this advisory will be updated, which will have this incorporated details.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
So, Chef, I would like to add one thing. There are other more than 12 to 15 co-developers also, apart from the units, and myself, developer and co-developer option is also not showing over there.
So it is again requested that if these options are required, because this requirement was given by GIFT SEZ customs officers, so it is requested that if there are multiple changes required in this type of category users, so you can just consolidate and share with IceGate through the customs officers posted at GIFT.
Okay, fine.
So I'll request Mr. Thakur, so he can just collate these details, and if those requests can be forwarded to us through the SEZ customs officer, who is the designated officer, so it will be very convenient for us to take up those issues. Right, Mr. Thakur?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, as of now, we have added manufacturing, warehousing, and trading. And the three options that are being added currently are developer/co-developer, IT and ITS, which is IT-enabled services, and others. So there will be a total of 6 options that will be available to the SEZ units.
Timeline?
Timelines for adding this?
Yeah.
I think this will be added by another 1 or 2 days. I will get a confirmation from the technical team as well. But it's a very small change. It will be added by the next 1 or 2 days.
It will be done. The development changes will be done. Once we test it, we'll deploy and we'll flash this message on ICEGATE website also, and we'll communicate to gift officers also. So you'll be notified from them.
Okay.
So this IceGate module is in lieu of that NDML entries what we have been doing. This module has to be used for all those entries.
Sorry,
At
NDML.
present,
We are not
I
sure
will
what is NDML.
at presently only bill of entry, but in upcoming days it may be implemented for other. Mainly it is for goods.
Okay.
So अभी आपको अगर कोई लैपटॉप लेना है, जैसे अभी स्टैंडर्ड चार्टर्ड बैंक को उनको लैपटॉप लेना फ्रॉम जोन टू जोन, दे हैव टू फाइल अ बिल ऑफ एंट्री. तो प्रॉब्लम ये रहा है, दे वर नॉट रजिस्टर्ड विद द आइसगेट एंड दे वर नॉट एबल टू प्रोक्योर द लैपटॉप. सो आई वुड रिक्वेस्ट एवरीबडी टू गेट इट रजिस्टर्ड. रजिस्ट्रेशन तो करना ही करना है. आई थिंक देयर इज नो चार्जेस. मिस्टर जेफ, चार्जेस नहीं है ना कोई अभी एट प्रेजेंटली फॉर रजिस्ट्रेशन?
No, IceGate is a basically government portal, so there are no charges on IceGate for registration.
So it is advisable कि आप सभी start the process of registration.
Okay, sir.
And it is once more again requested that you need to, because if you have a particular different domain name for your email IDs, so as we have seen, you need to whitelist the IceGate details so that you can receive those emails, OTP emails at your end. Actually, for this Java settings, do we have Varun? Can he just continue on this so that he can just give a go through?
Sir, he's just joining. I'm coordinating with him.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, any other questions, please? We can
So
take
any,
up.
yeah, sir, what about the process flow? Like if, how do we get the information? Like, will you be sharing the process note on how bill of entry and other material procurement has to be entered through, or how it is to be done?
Sorry, can you come again? Like which process you're talking about?
Like what you said, like if somebody wants to buy, say, computer hardware or anything, all the processing has to be done through IceGate, right?
Right. So
So,
basically, we have a basically filing details and what type of bill of entry has to be filed, so that we have notified on IceGate website. You can go in advisories. There you will find that these are the type of advisories. But for that, and it explains that what that means, that which type of bill of entry it is, and accordingly whatever purpose a particular unit has, they can accordingly choose that particular bill of entry and they can file it.
okay, sir.
In this, Mr. Thakur, I would again request that this is IceGate is basically front end. So if you need any like filing related help, you can directly also approach ICS. So Mr. Dhruv is there, so they can also handhold them that if there is any filing related issues.
So I would request unit to send a mail to us for how to file to again arrange a session of how to file bill of entry. अगर किसी का है, if the any unit is saying that they need to file and bill of entry itself, it will be the first time and they need to take a training session on that, because without CHA they will not be able to file the bill of entry. This is just an ICS registration. उसके बाद जो bill of entry filing रहेगा उसका अलग मॉड्यूल रहेगा.
Kindly give us a couple of minutes. A SEDS specialist is joining the call. He will explain on the Java settings which are required to be made on the systems, from where the required SED registration will be taken by the units.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Varun, you can just project that advisory which is there for everyone, and accordingly you can take everyone through that advisory and you can explain what all steps they need to take. Right?
Okay. Please give me 2 to 3 minutes, sir. I'll just join from the system. Okay.
Am I audible, sir?
Yes, Varun, you can continue.
Okay, sir. Okay, so we can start with Java setup, right? Firstly, we can just open browser Google Chrome, and there we can search download Java 32-bit. because we need Java 32-bit version in the system for Java to run and to upload the DSC. So from this link we can download the Java. This first link we can open. My screen is visible to all, right? Uh, is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, Varun, it's visible. You can continue.
Okay. So on this link, on this page, this option Windows Offline is there. File size 56.89 MB. We can download this version. This version is Java 64-bit 1.8 or higher version. Okay.
Varun,
Then yes, sir.
Varun, sorry, Varun. Can you please record this session once you start? Because of that, once you record it, will be helpful for others.
Yeah, recording is started already.
Okay.
Okay. Prakash sir is recording. Okay, sir. So I'm just sharing the screen again. Now, once we will download this Java setup, then we can open the Java setup from control panel. And on after opening the Java in control panel, then we can do the Java settings as per the advisory which is available on IceGate old website. We can just simply go to IceGate old website, and there in guidelines option is there. This guidelines option is there in this Java setup for DSC upload. Here it is the advisory of Java setup. Means the Java settings which we have to do for the registration. Once we will open the Java, it will show like this. Then we have to go to security tab. In security tab, we have to tick this option, enable Java content in the browser. And in security level, we have to click on high. After this, we can click on edit site list, and we have to add IceGate website like this. https semicolon forward slashes www.icegate.gov.in. After entering the IceGate website in security tab, we can proceed for the next advanced tab. In advanced tab, we can do these settings. We have to scroll down to the bottom page, and in advanced security settings, only this first option will be unticked. Rest of the option we have to tick on them. We have to click on all of them. And in miscellaneous, we have to tick only these two options. Then we will just click on apply and OK. Then the Java settings are completed. Now we can proceed for the next step. Now I'll just show you the browser settings which we have to do.
In the meantime, which all browsers does this support? Because I guess it does not works on Edge, right?
So it works on Microsoft Edge. It does not work on Google Chrome or Firefox.
So this has
Okay,
now been upgraded for the
Microsoft Edge.
compatibility with Edge.
Yes.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks, Varun.
Now I'm sharing you the screen of Microsoft Edge where we have to do the settings. Okay. Uh, is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is IceGate website which I have opened in Microsoft Edge. So now when we just open the website in Microsoft Edge, we can click on these three dots where it will open the settings. In settings, we have to click on this default browser option, and this option allows sites to be reloaded in Internet Explorer mode. We have to allow this option. Okay, it will show like default don't allow. We have to click on allow and make it allow. Once we will just allow this option, then it will show us an option like this: reload in Internet Explorer mode. Okay, so when we will do this registration process, we have to reload the website in Internet Explorer mode and turn on the compatible mode, which I am showing you right now. Like this, we have to click on SEZ registration unit. Then we have to click on these three dots and reload the page in Internet Explorer mode. This page will get reload. Okay, now this website is means like this page has reloaded. So now this option open this page in compatibility view. This option will be turned on when we will just do this registration process. This option should be on. So we'll just click on done, and then we can proceed for the registration. Okay, on this page the Java will run, but as I have some settings in my system, so the Java is not running. Okay, so these are the settings which we have to do in Java and Microsoft Edge for doing the registration. If anyone has doubt in those settings, so you can ask me.
The unit will be facing when they will be the registration, so we can have a common email address wherein they can send the problems which are coming. वरुण जी कंटिन्यू कीजिए.
जावा सेटअप का लिंक जो है मैंने चैट बॉक्स में शेयर कर दिया है. जावा एडवाइजरी आप वहां से चेक कर सकते हैं. So this is the process which we have to follow for the SEZ unit registration with Java setup and browser setup. I am sharing the advisory link in the chat box. So if you have any doubt related to Java setup and registration, you can ask me.
Sir, can you share your email ID so that if while doing, if we have any queries, we can text or we can just email it to you?
Ma'am, you can share the details on ICEGATE help email ID.
Sorry, please repeat.
You can share the details on ICEGATE help desk email ID, and I'll just tell you. I'm just sharing the email ID in the chat box.
Okay, thank you.
मुझे मीटिंग में दूं वही बात करेंगे बराबर है अरे तो हमारी मीटिंग में ना नहीं ये तो केमिकल सेवा तो बिजली है हमारे बैंक में बोले
If we don't have any further questions, can we close this call?
There was a OTP issue which I mentioned in the call in afternoon.
Can you come again, please?
I had an OTP issue. We are not getting OTP on the email ID.
So it is requested because we have seen that Gmail server, wherever the Gmail IDs are there, they are getting immediate OTP from our side. So that means the application is working fine. And in logs also we have checked that from application is sending the OTP to your email, but your email service provider, the domain there might be some chance that they might be blocking this because of unknown sender. So it is requested you kindly check with them and you can get this address whitelisted by your domain provider so that whatever response or email is coming, that is allowed.
We are getting the email, but it's coming after 5 or 6 hours.
Okay,
so it is not blocking the email.
So you are saying that you are receiving the OTP, but it's delayed.
Yes, almost after 5 or 6 hours when the OTP is expired.
So can you just check with your domain provider that why it is so? Because the OTP is getting triggered immediately as soon as you click on the OTP, because at the same time we are sending the OTP on email also and the mobile number also. So immediately you get on the mobile, but why you are not getting on your service provider? So it is requested that you kindly approach the domain service provider. Why there is a delay?
Okay.
And let us know whatever their findings are so that we can handle, and if anything is further required, we can discuss. with the details.
Okay.
Whatever your service provider gives the details, so we will also share with our technical team so that we can further analyze. This is the initial analysis which we have seen that when as soon as you click on the submit button, OTP details, so OTP gets generated and it gets forwarded to your email ID.
Okay.
So that we have seen.
Is there any manual way to get this OTP if there is
no,
a problem?
There is no
in
manual
the
intervention because this application is already in production. That was only for the initial 3-4 days. We handled it because there were some issues and the OTPs were not getting delivered.
Right.
So now in today also in afternoon we saw that the unit which had a email ID of Gmail, they got the OTP immediately. So if it is possible from your unit side, if you can update your email ID, if that is possible at all, I'm not saying that you should do that. If so, you can try that option also because it gets immediately updated within next 3-4 hours. It gets reflected at our end. So once if that is done, then also we can try that route. Also, you can give a try. If the service provider is not able to fix this, we can try that option. Okay. Right. Yeah. Thank you.
Shall we end the meeting over here?
Yes, Mr. Prakash, we can conclude now.